And we're back.
Oh yeah, in the middle of nowhere with a group of randoms.
Mhm.
No place I'd rather be.
Man, that's how you start a trip, bro. Flat tire on the grapevine. See, Ben and I usually get to these races with like 5 minutes before the start, and we decided to get here super early on this one, and we promptly get a flat tire, and I'm so happy we did. We barely made this thing.
We rationed to like
Yeah.
arrive 3 hours early, and
hmm
in reality, we arrived like 3 minutes early.
Yeah. Well, it was insane. Just a little bit
Oh,
wide.
hop that
Just a
curb.
little bit wide there, Ben.
Disqualified.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Rosena Ranch is a course that I feel like it's not for the weak. Like you gotta put out power here, man.
Yeah, it's an unforgiving course. It's like flat enough to
hmm
where you could fool yourself into thinking that
hmm
like I won't get exposed, but
Mm.
this section here, wow, you're a predator. Goodness
I was pretty good locked
gracious.
in at the start. I don't know why I took that so aggressive. I apologize, but yeah.
So we have there's like an ancient video on this channel.
Mhm.
It's like sprint racing in Mexico or something, and this course. Rosena Ranch is really close to the races that I would do over there in Texcoco, and where it's just like there's punchy climbs, but then there's the U-turns, and that's the main factor.
Mhm.
And Will, I feared people like you over there. Fear. Look at you just go.
Nah, man. That was you up there, bro. We were doing it. So we need to talk about this. The first clip that we showed earlier up there was us blocking for our teammate Sebastian.
Sure.
We just had a team of three in this
Mm-hmm.
race. It was just Ben, me, Sebastian. Sebastian did a crazy solo breakaway pretty much during the first lap,
Mm-hmm.
and we try to block for him. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think we understand how to do that, and I think we just
By we you mean me, right?
yeah.
Because Will did a really good at blocking, like a really good job of blocking, and like he slowed down the tempo a little
Mhm.
bit, and so people gave Sebastian like a bit,
Mhm.
and then I was like, you know, what would really help Will if I came up like directly next to him and I totally blocked the peloton. But in reality, it just made it super obvious what we were doing,
Yeah.
and like. Yeah, after that, I think everyone was very suspicious of anyone
Mhm.
wearing orange, especially with pink. But yeah, here we are.
Sebastian was a crazy workhorse in this race, though, man. I mean, he was telling me he was doing some crazy power. I'm not going to reveal it, but but he was suffering, man. He kept the pace up high for us, so it was cool that we had some dynamics here. And so this was Sebastian been brought back this same lap, and I think a good move would be to counterattack and try to keep the pace high. I need to. I hit that U-turn so hard.
Oh my
But,
gosh.
but I need to say this much though. Man, I was useless in this race, dude. I was cramping so hard. Like 5 minutes in, I think just the stress of barely making it. We had to go to a tire shop because
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
to drive back in the rain
Yeah.
Sunday. So it was like we need to get a new tire and. Dude,
I know people
yeah.
think Will and I are twins, but
Mhm.
I just want to like clarify that was me pumping like a meth head, like in the beginning of the clip.
Yeah.
So I'm also down. I don't know how many watts do you lose from pumping up a car tire with a bicycle pump.
A lot. I think it did me under two. But, yeah.
Just the stress.
So really, I think I mean, after those first few laps, I think for both Ben and I, we both felt horrible, and it was just like a matter of getting over this hill and staying with the group. And it felt like for me, I felt like this hill was like what, a minute effort,
Mm-hmm.
and you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was like 350 to 400 watts.
But there's another part of
Mhm.
it too, and it's just bicycle racing. Like
Mhm.
you're over here, everyone that you're racing against, maybe best case scenario, one person in the field is ever going to make money off of it. So we're all fighting against something that we should probably not be fighting. We should probably just be working. So there's something about like the uphill grind just to get here that made me thankful to be out here. Well, I mean, in retrospect, on the day I was very angry, like intense.
Yeah, but it all worked out. So.
Yeah, kind of.
Mhm.
So anyway, we're like towards the last half of this race, and these punchy hills and U-turns will get to you. There's Steven in the purple, just a couple up. Quick shout out to Steven. He supplied the last video at the end, so thank you for that.
Yes, thank you, Steven.
Yeah, Go Fast is really chill, by the way. If you're watching this and you want to learn a little bit more about the racing scene, and maybe you're like a 5 and you don't know any of the teams, if you go up to Big Orange, you might see Will or me, and we'd be happy to talk to you. Go Fast is also full of like a lot of good dudes. So just so you know, like, bicycle racers look kind of intimidating, and some of them do have egos, but the good ones don't. So just so you know, if you see purple, they're usually good guys. Yeah, this is my camera. I know what's about to happen.
Yeah, we were about to get lapped by the pro field.
Yeah.
Which is on our left there. I don't know.
And the man on the right, Jesse, in the white Rule 28, total arrowed out.
The full kit, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody knew he had to be the guy. Like, you can't come dressed like that to a race and not put on a show. And he attacks here. This is pretty late in the race. Like, how many laps we got? Like 3 laps to go. So it's 3, or it'd be. What, 6 miles to go? Or no, each lap's a mile.
I can't do math. I'm like a beer in.
I can't remember.
But we're towards the tail end.
Probably like 10 minutes left in this race, and he goes, and Sebastian's trying to pull this back, but this was very painful. I was in the back of this, and like I was just barely holding on.
Great race instinct from Sebastian, because he saw that attack and he immediately took it seriously. I think like a lot of people in the tail end of a race, they see these attacks and they become desensitized to them. Because we've already, at this point, we've cut a lot of this. This is a 2-hour race. A lot of attacks have come and we've brought them back. And the person with the most convincing attack, in my mind, was Seb at the beginning. At the beginning of that attack, we were not really recording, but like it was scary.
He got 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, for real. And so Jesse, he drove in from Las Vegas, and he's up ahead of the road. He might have 5 seconds on us right now, and Seb is motoring along. He's got Diego's second wheel, who's a really fast junior, and we're pulling him back, and he's already put some time into us, but he's not that far away. I like Diego a lot, but this looks like an attack, like he's trying to bridge, and I think he's too far away to bridge. Like, I'm doing 500 watts in his draft. I turn around at this point, and I see it.
Dude, the field's getting shattered. Yeah.
Well, the peloton is not that far behind us, and it looked like they were clawing us back. And look at how close Jesse is.
Yeah.
So I see this, and I'm like, I'm not going to screw up my sprint. So I pull off to the side.
Everybody behind you, though, was like dead. Yeah.
You're going to see a really good perspective of that in a minute. But what it looked like to me was that they didn't take Jesse seriously. And spoiler alert, Jesse wins the race. We're going to be
he's gone.
We're going to be battling over second place, which is like, I don't know, like one of the worst things that you can be faced with after racing for 2 hours and sacrificing a lot to get there is not racing for the win. But yeah, I guess they were tired.
You can see he already did the U-turn, just passed us, so he's already got a pretty good gap.
Motoring.
Yeah, he's got the motor to hold it, so.
Oh yeah, for real.
And the pace is gonna die down pretty much at this point. I think we're just like, okay, he's gone. Because you had to put in a massive bridge to get up to him. Like, I think your move, you would have had to snap and just attack to get up there. Like, the peloton just wasn't going to work. And I think this is my clip.
Yeah, this is the aftermath. So you saw it from my angle, which was at the front of the pack. Yeah. And it doesn't really feel like you're attacking too hard. But you look at this effort that Will has to put in to stay in the pack. And you're right. Like, it was really hard on the peloton. Maybe.
See, like, look at the gap. Like, I think that's Diego sending it right there. And like, I'm doing 500 watts.
That's Seb who started, and he's pulling back in the pack.
I'm getting dropped here, honestly. Like, this is too much for me. I tried to move up on that downhill so I can attack this, because I was like, I could tell that we were gonna have to try to bridge up to him, and I'm getting gapped here. There's a few guys behind me, and I'm just like, I'm doing solid power. I mean, 400 watts, like, and I'm getting gapped. But I see it
serious.
I see a balloon up here, and I'm like, okay, I guess we're not gonna catch him. And yeah,
and that's me right ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're filtering in. Diego is too, and I didn't think at the time that we did that much damage to the peloton, but we did.
Yeah.
So we're turning in last turn.
This is the last lap.
Yeah.
This is my camera, and I'm gonna move up here a little bit. Those last couple laps, like, I was able to kind of recover on, and I'm like, well, we're here, like, let's do it, and so we're gonna have Sebastian come up, you come up, and we're gonna try to do a little lead out here. Really, Sebastian's just gonna sacrifice himself for us, which is much appreciated. He he's just gonna set the pace up here, and I think the plan was like you were gonna sprint, or if I had legs, I would come around you, and if I don't, I would just play sweeper, which ended up being pretty crucial. So yeah, you're like chatting with Diego here, right? And
I was hyping each other up. I just, at this point, we're not racing for the win. I have a lot of respect for Diego. I mean, he's a kid and he's really fast. If you race with us, you know who Diego is. And I wanted a 1v1, so I told him that. Anyway, we're gonna go right into the end of this.
Yeah, my camera dies here, and I'm hitting on Ben's wheel here, so like, I'm telling Sebastian go fast. I'm kind of battling with the Subaru guys because I kind of was messed up getting on your wheel here, but I do get back on your wheel here, and then my camera dies. So now we'll cut to Ben's. This was just a little bit before where my camera died, and yeah, we'll see how it goes.
This is Seb leading us out. This is probably like the best example of strength in numbers. If Seb wasn't here at the front, it would have been complete anarchy.
Yeah, there would have been no control.
Yeah. Because of Seb making the sacrifice, like, it was a safe finish, and it was a really fast finish.
Yeah.
And this was such an entertaining sprint. So, thank you, Seb. We appreciate you. Here goes Diego.
Diego has to launch here.
Look at his form. You see how flat his back is? Like, that's really pretty.
And then Ben obviously. Those people, dude, Steven was so close to giving Ben. Here's the shot from that Steven gave us, and it was close, man. Oof. Yeah.
Steven was reeling me in.
Yeah, so Ben got second, that Jesse guy won, right? And
and then Steven got third.
Sorry, Steven got second, or third.
Yeah.
You got second, and I got sixth, which is why the sweeper rule is so crucial, because...
Well, you debatably got sixth. If you guys want to go back down into the sprint and let us know, perhaps...
It was a bike throw for... It was a tie for fifth, I think. It
tie
doesn't
for
matter.
Fifth? Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the sweeper roll
finish.
paid off. I couldn't follow Ben's wheel, but it created a gap that everybody had to get around me. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we're working it through. Thanks for watching, guys.
It was a great race.
We'll see you for the next one. I'm planning to release the Roger Milliken Pro video, and we'll go from there. Have a nice day.